Let's discuss this and more. Congressman Adam Schiff is joining us. He's a key member of the Select Committee on the January 6th insurrection. He's also the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. I want to discuss all of this, but let's talk about this infrastructure proposal. Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez had a truly scathing response to this bipartisan Senate deal. She says this, and I'm quoting her now, "Good luck tanking your own party's investment on child care, climate action, and infrastructure while you're presuming you'll survive a 3-vote House margin, especially after choosing to exclude members of color from negotiations and calling that a bipartisan accomplishment." So, Congressman, how does this pass the House? What's the prospect, assuming it passes the Senate?
Well, I think you pointed out correctly, this is really the first step. And look, I think it's positive. You've got people coming together in the Senate to try to reach agreement on anything these days. And we dramatically need investment in infrastructure in this country. And after 4 years of infrastructure week with no infrastructure, this is positive movement. At the same time, I think it's absolutely correct that this package alone is not going to pass the House. It's going to have to pass in conjunction with a large reconciliation bill that includes human infrastructure that invests in our people. I think the Speaker has made that abundantly clear. So, look, I think it's positive momentum, but no one should be under an illusion that this package is going to pass as a standalone measure without more, because there's so much more we need to do for the country.
On that $3.5 trillion so-called reconciliation budget deal, it's not even clear if there are 50 Democrats in the Senate, though, Congressman, to approve it. So it's by no means even that's not a done deal.
Well, that's right. First there'll be, I guess, a test vote in the Senate, and we'll see how the votes line up at this earlier stage. But this is part of a long-term project, and it's going to be a real test of kind of legislative skill and strategy to figure out how we get to the end zone with this. We all want to do a major infrastructure package. The country desperately needs it. And we need to make this major investment in our people. So hopefully we will get there, and this will be marked as the first step in that. But there's still a long road ahead of us.
Certainly is. All right, let's turn to the January 6th investigation, Congressman. I want you to watch and listen to what Republican member Liz Cheney says as far as the next steps are concerned. Listen to this.
We've got to make sure that we get to every piece of information that matters. And I think the Speaker has been very clear that, and the Chairman, that we're going to issue subpoenas quickly, that we're going to enforce those subpoenas.
So how quickly, Congressman, will those subpoenas be issued, and who do you need to hear from?
Well, I think you could see subpoenas go out very soon, and those subpoenas would most likely be for documents. It's most useful in an investigation to get a hold of the documents first. That way a lot of the questions you want to ask the witnesses, and it may direct you to the right witnesses. But I think what we're going to do now is we're going to scope out the investigation. We're going to essentially draw up what the chronology is in terms of what information we go after first. We will look at scheduling another hearing, perhaps as early as next month. And as Liz Cheney said, we're going to follow the evidence wherever it leads. We're not going to be at all hesitant to issue subpoenas or to compel production with those subpoenas, whether that is for documents or testimony.
We have to learn exactly what happened, how it happened, why it happened in order to make sure it never, ever happens again. I know you got to go vote. We heard the bells go off. Congressman Schiff will continue this conversation down the road. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.